I got ghosted again. Oh my, what am I doing to scare away these people? Well, I honestly have a really good idea of what it all could be, but not even an explanation. Dang. It's all good. Honestly, I have things to do today, but I told myself, allow yourself 10 minutes to crash out, girl. Go for it. Might as well entertain some people along the way, huh? Right? Because sometimes I do take 10 minutes, but I'm just thinking in my head, and I'm like, so much more entertaining if I can come back and look at this in capsule of what I was embodying and being in that moment when I was thinking those things. You know what I mean? Because, like, I can write about it, whatever, in a notebook, whatever. But to view myself crash out, the facial expressions, the voice, the everything, the cries, the tears, maybe throwing up if I cry hard enough, I love it. I love it. And honestly, the fact that I can even feel so bad and feel so low is a win in my book, in a sense that at one point in time, not that very many years ago, only in 2023, that whole entire year, I was numb. I was on a medication. I felt like a zombie. I was on autopilot. I couldn't feel anything. I couldn't feel anything good. I couldn't feel anything bad. And if anything, I was more depressed than anything. But like, that didn't also even feel like depression, because I had been depressed before that. And that was like, but like, it was like not the same. But like, it was just, I couldn't feel anything. Couldn't feel anything. I couldn't even cry. You know how insane that is, to be sad about something, but you cannot express yourself through the form of tears? Like, I don't, like, the pent up, like I'm sorry, one of those people, I love to cry. I love to cry. I wish I could cry more. I'm a beautiful crier, but I couldn't cry, and that felt like a real loss to me. And the fact that I can even do so now, I mean, honestly, even now I don't cry as much as I think I should. No, I'm kidding. Nobody should be crying. But when you need to, it's great to get out. So yeah, I should preface this video by saying I'm gonna complain in here. I'm gonna make myself sound absolutely miserable. But no, deep inside, I haven't felt so alive in years. No, but I'm serious. It feels so freeing to be able to feel your emotions, good and bad. And you don't realize how good it feels until it is taken away from you and you can't feel it anymore. You can't feel anything. I still can't fathom that literally in 2023, like, the medication I was on was so strong. I just was a complete shell of myself. Like, I wasn't even myself. I wasn't even myself. And it's crazy. Like she did everything she could, and she did everything right in a sense that she didn't, like, off herself. But wow, would she be so ecstatic to know that just in a few years I'll be like on that roller coaster again. It's a difficult thing being always on the edge of insanity. I just say that, I'll be honest, bipolar, maybe I shouldn't identify as that, but I have bipolar disorder, bipolar 1, which I think is the worst of the two. Yeah, so I'm a diagnosed crash out, 100%, 1,000%. And honestly, I think maybe, God forbid I go on here and crash out. Trust me, I've been a crash out unless I ever become that girl I was in 2022, which was just the year before 2023. And the reason I was like I was in 2023 was because I needed to be so sedated after all the BS I did in 2022 that, yeah, I don't know. Regardless, no, I do know, and I wish I didn't, but maybe it's for the better. I do remember. I don't know. Regardless, I'm crashing out over a dude. This is a joke. This is not, like, I'll be honest, since 2022, especially since 2022, and even technically before that, I had been very emotionally unavailable. Part of it, not by my own wanting. The other part, I basically gave myself a punishment. The last person I really liked and felt so strongly for, I didn't get what I want. What I want? I didn't get it. I didn't get it. And because I didn't get it, and because I was hurt, so hurt, multiple times by the same person, because I let them, because I always wanted them back, I crashed out so hard on them. I tried to do to them, or tried to make them feel even an ounce or a sliver of the pain that they had caused me over the years. Like, I wanted to do them a big one. And I did. And I can fully say I did. And I'm aware. So just know, if anything ever resurfaces in the future, yeah, I'm terrible. I am aware. And because of that, because of the way I treated this person, I told myself, oh God, I can never do this to another person. And how did I think the only way I could never do it to another person? Just don't ever catch feelings or fall in love or care for or like or even date another person. So that's what I did. I didn't date. And I didn't think of it as a punishment until I'm explaining to my friend, like, oh yeah, like, I just don't think I should date because, you know, I did this person really wrong, and like, I never want to crash out like that on another person. I think the only way I can do that is I just like never date and all this stuff. And like, I just feel like that's my apology to that person, is just me never ever falling in love. Like, that'll be like, I'm sorry, and this is my proof that I'm sorry. I just never fell in love for my whole entire life. Like, then my friend was like, so you're punishing yourself. I was like, what? I mean, I guess when you put it that way, yeah, so I was punishing myself. Granted, I think if you knew the entirety of the situation, I think you would understand why. But after that revelation that my friend made, that, yeah, I'm essentially punishing myself, I thought and thoughts. And what I thought about was that person that I had did wrong years ago. I still think about this person. I'm not even lying. I would be 100% lying to you if I said I don't think about this person like every day, at least once a day. Usually more than once a day, but I think about this person a lot. And the thoughts of this person kept getting even more and more and more. And it was getting so intense. I was like, oh God, like, I need to stop this. So I was like, what better way than to give myself new experiences with new people that'll only complicate my feelings for everyone else even more. So that's what I did. Okay. And honestly, I wasn't even expecting anything serious. I wasn't expecting much. Really wasn't. And especially not as expecting to like catch feelings, any sort of feelings for anyone. So I'm on there. I don't even want to say what ones I'm on, but no, it was one of the more cringier ones. That probably more middle-aged people would be on. No shame in being middle-aged. No shame in that. Maybe if I'm lucky enough one day, I'll become middle-aged. Regardless, I was on a cringy dating thing, and I matched with this one person. No, I'm kidding. I don't match with nearly as many people as I did when I was like slim, which does get to me, but that's besides the point. I matched with this one person, and I don't know, I got my hopes up. They were really nice to me, said everything I wanted to hear. And one thing I'll definitely give this person credit for, like, yes, is the fact that essentially he was like saying body's tea. And I was like, what? Like, cause, and I even prefaced, I was like, hey, by the way, I'm really self-conscious about my body, because that medication I was talking about that I was on earlier that made me go literally numb also made me gain 60 pounds. Granted, my weight fluctuates. At one point, I had lost half of that weight. Now, gained half of that weight that I had lost back. Regardless. Yeah, so I was like, you know, by the way, I'm a little self-conscious about this, whatever. But no. But honestly, he's the first guy to ever actually do that since I've gained all this weight. Like, no one's just like told me like, body's tea. No one told me that. It was really nice to hear that, and I'm really upset. I'm ghosted because I can't hear that anymore. And I know people are, oh, there's so many people out there that whatever. It's like, but were they the first though? It's like breaking the barrier, you know, and he broke that barrier, and I was like, oh, this is what it feels like to be, I don't know. Yeah, so I've been ghosted. It's gonna be 2 weeks tomorrow since I last heard from him. Don't you feel so proud of yourself? Aren't you such a great person? Sorry. Sorry. Where did I? Oh my god. No, but honestly, I was upset. I texted him good night after that. This is, so mind you, today's Monday. Tomorrow on Tuesday, it'll be 2 weeks. So 2 weeks ago on Tuesday, right? And I text them low-key. I was like low-key kind of fishing for some compliments. I'm not gonna lie. Sending him some old pictures of me, whatever. So the second old picture of me, no response. I'm like, okay. Text good night. No response. Okay, maybe a morning text. No response. Don't say anything. The day after, Wednesday, which was, because again, I said I sent a morning text, so that would be Wednesday. Day after that is Thanksgiving. Don't play with me on those. I'll have to get in another video of my holiday trauma, but don't play with. Didn't hear from them on Thanksgiving. Oh, not even thankful to have known me. Great. Text on Friday, day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday. Text, hey, you still interested? Crickets. Great. Love that. Not surprised, but love that. So yeah, I've been left undelivered, probably read. He's probably read it. I can't tell because I don't want to know. With the send to read receipts, I don't want to know. But it's probably read. And what was I? And what was I? Nothing. Anyways, it's fine. I'll get over it. Honestly, the fact that I was even able to feel for somebody in the first place, like, I remember one day the feelings were so intense and it was making me really uncomfortable because the last time I had felt so much for somebody, it like literally went absolutely disastrous, and it was driving me to that like craziness point almost. Not to the same extent that I left things at, but but it was like the feelings of liking somebody were so intense that I had this wave of emotion like pop out at me. And I think the emotion is more so not about that person, but it was more so the idea of feeling so vulnerable and knowing what comes after it, which, if you're me, is usually heartbreak. But yeah, so I started I gave myself, I was like, you know what, give yourself 10 minutes to cry. I gave myself 10 minutes to cry. I kid you not, I'm crying so hard. I start coughing, I start throwing up, vomiting. I'm vomiting, crying so hard because I started liking somebody again. That's actually really sad. But I did that. So there goes being a lover girl. I only meant for this to be a 10-minute video. I'm sorry it's 16 minutes long. Honest to God, I think this is like the most entertaining thing I've filmed in a while, so I'll try and keep at it. I'm sorry that my misfortune is your entertainment, but I'm willing for it to be that way if it means that maybe I can one day live the life I say I want to live by me continuing to do the things that I want to do for a living, which is essentially me making this video. But hopefully in the future, like, I'll have like better things to talk about. I'm like, house tour. Like, I don't know, actually I don't really like to do, like, I don't know, the idea of somebody knowing my whole house layout, probably not, but like certain rooms, oh yeah, let's show you the room. Let's show you the room. Yeah, anyways, I'm gonna get going. I really appreciate you for listening to me. I've actually gotten into this bad habit of going to the bar every night alone. Sometimes I'm with friends, most of the time I'm alone, but it's like, I don't know, just to get my socialization out when I could be doing it here. I don't know, I mean, this is different, it's all different, but that's how sad I've been. That's all you need. No, I'm kidding. Okay, anyways, thanks for listening. Leave a like and drop a broken heart emoji in the comments if you've made it this far. I would be gagged. Please subscribe if you want to see more of my messiness, because honestly, maybe I'll make this a thing. Maybe the expense of my mental health, I'll risk it for the possible chance that this will take off. We'll see. Okay, thank you everybody, bye.